Oliver, welcome to Parts Talk. Glad to have
Welcome,
you.
Chris. Glad to have you, man. Glad to be at it.
Yeah, man. I know you're a very, 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 very busy individual. I've been trying to get you for the longest while to come and speak with us about your experiences, knowing that you're one of the many few who emigrated from the Caribbean to actually get into the system here in Canada as a licensed technician, right?
Yes,
And what I
correct.
would love for you to do is to share your experiences, what it was, what it is like now, and what do you think the future holds. So, without further ado, could you just introduce yourself, tell us about yourself, a little of your experiences and your background.
Yes, my name is Rohan Oliver, and I'm an auto service mechanic. So I have a combined 24 years worth of experience in the field, 13 in Jamaica and 11 years in Canada and going. So my journey started out around 97
Mm-hmm.
at the then Uno Motors, now Toyota Jamaica. I started out as an apprentice mechanic,
Yeah.
and I was signed up with Archos NTA as an apprentice. And yeah, I did my apprenticeship. It's lasted 4 years. And
Okay.
as well as doing the apprenticeship program, I also, for theory, I went to Kingston Technical and Dunwood Technical and did City and Guilds courses.
Okay.
So I wasn't one of the lucky ones to get into Jagas, but I still did my theoretical part of my apprenticeship anyway by evening classes. And yeah, I also have City and Guilds, which is also worldwide.
Yeah, City and
More
Guilds. Yeah.
Commonwealth,
Yeah,
but
City.
it's
Yeah, City and Guilds is
recognized.
accredited. City and Guilds of London is accredited worldwide.
Yes,
But as you mentioned, because I was listening for you to mention Jagas, because as you know, Jagas is the renowned place institution
right.
for young
Mechanic.
apprentices, yeah, and
Yeah,
mechanics to come through the system in Jamaica. And
yeah,
you went through Hard Trust NTA.
yes.
Okay. Interesting. I've never heard that approach before, but please continue.
Yeah, so not the traditional approach, but nevertheless, it still can be done.
Okay.
Yes, as a continue, I did 4 years of apprenticeship with Unimotors and Toyota Jamaica over a stretch. And after the 4 years, I got my certificate of apprenticeship from Hart, Trust NTA.
Yeah.
And I also got my City and Guilds certificate, which I took along the way, level
Mhm.
1, 2, and 3. So in 2003, I was an official mechanic and I was working at Toyota Jamaica. And, improving my skill set as time goes on.
Right.
As the auto mechanic field, it's always evolving. You're never really at one level.
Right.
And yeah, and in 2005, I entered a local skill competition
Okay.
held here in Jamaica, at Toyota Jamaica, actually. And I won it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I won that. And winning that also got me an invite to an international skill competition, which was held overseas in Panama.
Okay.
So that's a
Yes.
competition where they test the skills of mechanics from Central America, Caribbean, and South America.
Right. So you got to see and explore a lot more of what the other countries were doing in and around that region.
Yes, and it was a very eye-opening experience for me. It opened up my world a lot wider,
Yes.
and it exposed me to a lot of new things that I didn't know exist. But yeah, it's just a very good experience. I did not win the international one, nevertheless, but
The
it was a
experience
very
the experience is what
the
counts.
eye-opening experience was worth it.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes,
We'll continue.
that's
Uh-huh.
yes, and from there, I continued on just improving my skill sets, working, and getting better at it as time goes on. Because, like I said, you're never at the top. You're always evolving
Always
and
improve.
developing.
Yes, because it's the same thing with the motor vehicles. Every
Yes,
2 to 3 years, there's a new feature, a new model that comes out, or a new generation. One is
new
always
generation.
improving after the next one. So it's the same thing in life. You have to continually improve in yourself as you go along. But at the same time, now you have to love what you do and have a passion for what you're doing. So,
Yeah.
but looking at it from then, 1997 to 2005, you probably have seen a lot of changes.
I've seen a lot of changes, yes. And on my end, I can say for most part, the cars are becoming more electrical than mechanical.
Right.
You know, you gotta keep being retrained and before even the new stuff comes out, and just have
Yes.
to get ahead of the game.
Yes. 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 Because that is commonplace in most dealerships, or should be, before a new model actually comes on the market. Then
Yeah,
both service and parts have to be cognizant of what the changes are, what the new features are, and to be
yes,
prepared, right,
yeah,
as they go forward. And then the technicians have to be trained into specific areas as to how to deal with problems that may arise, as
yeah,
well as to keep abreast of the warranty and all these things that may come about, and have the necessary technical information to pass on to the customers.
yes, definitely, yeah. You've said it all in a nutshell.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, so to give you the skill competition, it really just kind of tests your theoretical knowledge and your on-vehicle knowledge and like your measuring skills.
Yeah.
So that's what it's basically all about. And you're competing against the best of the best.
Okay,
So you know
okay.
how that goes.
So
And it's
you,
in front of a live audience. It's in front of
yeah,
an
so you
audience. So it
were,
can be a bit intimidating.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you were amongst the best of the best, as you were one of the best as well,
Yes.
right? Do they still have that competition going on? Any knowledge of it?
To my knowledge, I think it's not, they don't keep it anymore because of financial reasons, but
Okay.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
it
I
was
don't
a,
think that
yeah, it
this
was a
is
good, it was a good thing to have. The competition is well, in my opinion, it's a good thing to have,
it's a
so
good
that,
thing.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that mechanics can showcase their talent and try to prove who is the best
Who's
amongst.
the best?
Yeah,
Yep.
right, right. Competition is not bad. Competition is actually a good thing,
Yes.
right? Yeah. But based on where you were in Jamaica, and then you made the transition to Canada, how did you go about doing that?
Okay, the story started from around 2008. So what happened is the Jamaica government and the Canadian government had some arrangement where they were trying to get skilled workers, not only mechanics, but in other fields that they needed here, that they needed in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of made a partnership and they created a program
Right.
where skills people can might immigrate to Canada and get integrated in the system slowly.
Okay.
So I can share my experience with the panel. So in 2008, I applied for this program. It was advertised, and I applied for it. And when I went, I saw like over 500 applicants.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, but yeah, but I still signed up, and they gave us a
Mm-hmm.
little exam.
Mm-hmm.
And if you pass that exam, they will contact you back, and then they move to the next step. But in 2008, the program didn't go through, so I forgot about it. Kept moving on. In 2009, however, the program got reignited again.
Okay.
And then they called me up and they said, oh yeah, you were on file and you had passed the exam and this and that. So yeah, the program they really want to get running this year.
Okay.
So yeah, and so first thing they have to cover first, you gotta apply to the apprenticeship board in Canada. You know, whatever trade area you have. So like me, a mechanic.
Yeah.
And you gotta prove to them that you have over 5 years experience in the field and a certain amount of hours.
Right.
So that wasn't hard for me because I was actually working at a dealership. I
At the
could see for
time.
someone who's like a private person, it might be a little bit challenging, but not impossible. But you have to get that covered first. And then once they approve you, then you go through the other formalities of applying for your visa and paying for your school fee and your accommodation and proving that you can support yourself somewhat.
Yes.
So
So
you have
working
to do those things, yeah.
so working at the dealership gave you a clear advantage.
Yes, that gave me a little advantage, yeah.
Okay. 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 But yeah, you got through, and this was in 2009.
2009, the end of 2009, yes.
Right. And then
you
you finally came over to Canada in 2010.
2010, January 2010.
Okay, well, that's right. That's right in the heart of the winter. How was how was that? How was that experience? What was it like?